Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about DC Youngfly. He recently came out and expressed how he was holding up after the passing of Jacky Oh, and I think this is something that a lot of people actually wanted to know because it wasn't too much going on in social media besides him working. So it's good to see, another side of him. So I'm gonna play this video, and if you're interested, then stick around, and don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to my channel for more content in the future. So let's get started.
Hi, DC. I just want to say, I'm sincerely sorry for your loss. And I just want to know, we've watched you be so strong.
Right.
How are you holding up? Like, what's going on? You're still working, obviously.
Yeah, I'm being with my brothers, great love, great energy, God is the greatest. He's granted me the strength to keep going, you feel what I'm saying? And I got to take care of my babies.
I just
See, the fact that he's still working, I give him a round of applause for that, because a lot of people would not. Child, me, God forbid, if my partner passes away and I'm left with all these children, I'm going to need about 6 months recovery time, because I really honestly don't know how the heck I'm going to do it. But the fact that he's still able to work, I believe he was on tour. So the fact that he's still able to work and make stuff happen for his daughters is commendable. And a lot of people feel like, he really didn't love her because, he's still able to work. He's still able to do this. He didn't break down. And it's like, we don't know what that man is going through when he's in his bed at night. We really don't know. But the fact that, he's able to work, like I said, a round of applause. And I think it's commendable, the fact that both sides of the family came together to be that village that he needs to take care of those babies, because he's really going to need it. Especially the fact that he's famous and he's on the road often. So, he's going to need people that he trusts to take care of those babies when he can't. And he definitely has that. So that's definitely a good thing.
And that's the key to life. You just got to keep going, stay prayed up, and never let the tragedies and the stuff that you're going through, bring you down. I mean, we human, we emotional. I mean, that's the point.
That's think gonna happen.
People want to see me cry. I'm just not going to record myself crying and show you I'm crying.
Right.
I cry all the time. You feel what I'm saying? So, but I'd rather show positivity and let people know that God is the greatest.
I like your
I want to continue to show that God is keeping me uplifted and he keep granting me the strength. And that's the message that I want to continue to put out there in the world, because there's a lot of stuff out there and they want to desensitize the enemy and what the enemy is doing. No, the enemy is still working, but God is always greater.
Working harder, right?
See, now he made a great point. People want to see him cry. And I think that's one of the big things that everybody was talking about regarding, him just not really caring about her. They like, yo, he didn't break down. He hasn't done any of that. We didn't see it. So he doesn't love her. And it's like, in one breath, y'all say that crying on social media and doing all that makes you look weird and weak. But then in the same breath, y'all like, no, we need to see him cry. So it's like, what exactly do y'all want from this man? I feel like y'all want him to do exactly what y'all want him to do. And there's so many different people and opinions. Like, he literally can't please everyone. And I think we have to understand that. Like, he's doing it as he feels he needs to process it. He's taking his time, who knows, like maybe somewhere down the line he might really like break down and end up in the hospital. I'm knock on wood, I'm not saying I want it to happen, but we just don't know. Just because something drastic didn't happen now in our faces doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It doesn't mean that it didn't already happen. We don't know how he responded to that news. It's just the fact that we didn't see him crying and breaking down that we assume that he's just okay with it. Like,
how are the babies?
Oh, they're beautiful.
How have the conversations been? I know it's been
man,
tough.
It's, unless you've been through that situation, you'll know. But we're gonna get through it.
Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but when I first got the news, immediately I thought about Nova. Because remember, before she passed, she took Nova to the Little Mermaid premiere, and they dressed up, and she went with her friends and their kids. So it was so beautiful and so amazing. And I know that first hour was crazy. And Oh man, I just felt so bad. Like even when I think about it now, I'm just like I can't believe that this really happened. You know how like a lot of the times on social media we might see these fake websites that say, "Oh, this person passed away." And then you Google it and you see nothing about it, so you're like, "Okay, y'all lying, y'all dragged it, y'all doing too much." I literally thought this was one of those situations. I was like, "No, let me go to Google, let me see, if it's coming up everywhere." And it was, and I'm just like, "No way. This cannot be true." But it is true, and it's so freaking sad, and I'm still just at a loss for words. Like I really don't even know what to say. Like she was a beautiful woman and she did not need that surgery, but body dysmorphia is real, depression is real, body image issues are real. So I mean, only she knows why she actually went through with that.
Last question. I think people are definitely having another conversation since this.
Right.
It's really like an important conversation.
Right.
Do you think it's going to deter people?
I mean, it should if they're paying attention, you know what I mean? But, some people use certain people as lessons and some people just going to keep going with their lives. But, I just want people to take care of yourself, make sure you make the best decision for you and your family, and always keep God first and don't let nobody break your character.
So yeah, he's doing good and making stuff happen for his babies. And one thing I want to say is I think a lot of judgment was passed because things didn't go, the way everybody else wanted them to go. People said that she was sacrificed. People said that he pressured her to do it. I feel like in a way you're making stuff harder for the family and you're making grieving even harder when you're literally blaming them for this person's passing. I know that when people pass away, people are just looking for someone to blame. And at first it was the doctor, and he came out and he was saying basically that he clears everyone. He makes sure that they go to their providers and they're cleared, the blood test done, like everything is done. Basically, he said he did everything he needed to do, and that was an unfortunate situation. But he couldn't give names or specifics, obviously. But I think everybody just wanted someone to blame, and it's either blame him, blame DC Youngfly, blame her mother for not being there, blame this, blame that. Like everybody's just looking for someone to blame, and it's like at the end of the day, we don't know why she chose to lay on that table. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that when he put the ring on her finger in the casket, everybody just had a whole lot to say about that. Oh, now you want to marry her, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, we don't know if this man was planning on marrying her. It could have been 2 weeks after the surgery, a month after. We don't know. How do we know he proposed and she was just like, not right now? Like, we don't know. We don't know. And I feel like, again, everybody's just placing blame on him to make him, I guess, appear to be the bad guy in this situation. And we just really don't know what these people went through in their homes. I think it was actually a beautiful moment for him to put the ring in the casket. Basically, I think that was to let, everybody know that this is my wife, even though it's not legal and it means nothing. This is my wife, and I love her. I haven't seen that done, so I personally believe that he had good intentions, but when it comes to society, everybody just has to be negative. But I want y'all to comment down below, let me know how you guys feel about what he had to say and how he's doing. And I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one.